Whoa, 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 whoa.
They used me, like many of my peers,
What's going on with his eyebrows?
tossed us aside.
What?
The first time Mitchell offered me to do this.
What the fuck's going on with the eyebrows?
want to
Whoa!
There's Zero.
Welcome back, kid. I hope you're ready for some action. Speaking of action, that's exactly where we're picking up from. The last episode, that is. And in the previous episode, we ended by finding the surgeon's warehouse, dungeon, lair, whatever you want to fucking call it, we found it. The surgeon, according to Spano, is the person behind Joe Dunn's murder and wanting to kill Spano as well. And the surgeon is a lizard. The same lizard bastard who posed as a doctor earlier on in the series. I knew he was trying to pull the scales over my eyes. At any rate, it's time to sit back, relax, enjoy the smooth stylings of our god Zira. Did you like that? It's the first time I've done that on camera. It's a big moment. Let's get this bad boy underway. Lucky I don't turn you into glue, you bastard.
What does this place have to hide?
We'll find out. Gil has orders to kill me. He did actually. Mitchell turned around and said, if you see the cat, kill him on sight. So there's something they don't want me finding. Which is fine by me. No. I thought that X, that was a really badly misplaced X. I thought it was ahead of me, but while we're down here, we might as well check out this room first. Don't you hate it when you interact with something that is apparently in one place but not?
Canadian import company.
Let's get back up there now. If I can ever get out of this room, thank you. What do we got here? I believe in you, son. Well, I bet you'd be disappointed to find out what's going on.
It could be an Ojibwa totem pole, in which case, the top animal would be a crane.
It's a nice looking pole. Oh, got ourselves a collector card. We've been finding bits and pieces of those, and I am well aware that throughout this playthrough I've missed a few. That's okay. We'll go back in our own time and we'll work it out. In a way, I'm glad we haven't collected them all, because there's been some cases where the game has gotten very buggy and glitchy when we have picked them up.
These are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals.
We've already had the game crash completely
dream
once.
catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web.
Love me some dream catchers. Anything else up here for me? I don't think so. Back down we go. There has to be something in here for me to find. I know Mitchell said he'd be back in about an hour's time, so we can ambush him if that's the case, but...
Will I need help? Who would I call?
Ghostbusters! Huh? Huh? Now let's call Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Pier 36. Meet me in an hour.
Blacksad?
If you're coming from Montgomery, it's the 6th sea-facing warehouse.
What's going on?
And bring the cavalry.
That's some smart thinking. That's planning ahead. Let's see whether the horse has anything to say. From the horse's mouth is an analogy I've heard plenty of times in my lifetime, so let's see whether we can put it to
Don't you
use.
even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
You just did, dickhead! Oh, we got a cat sense. Do we use it, or do we ask him a question? No, let's use the cat sense. If it's there for a reason, right? And it could prompt another line of dialogue that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
It looks like an arrowhead.
I mean, we already knew this was the horse that was linked to the totem stuff upstairs, right? Oh, we've now got a deduction to make. The horse who works for Mitchell wears an arrowhead around his neck, and the stuff upstairs, there's an attic full of Indian objects.
Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother.
I already made that deduction without having to make a deduction. How's that for a deduction? Mothers always believe in their sons.
You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me. And I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid.
Oh, we get to paint our backstory. Okay, I was a juvenile delinquent.
It all started with something as stupid as keeping the change
Let's make
when she
this
sent me
juicy
for
as
groceries.
hell.
Then I started stealing fruit from the street stands. And finally, I turned to pickpocketing. Somehow, my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college. But I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either.
I gambled all my money away.
My parents gave me a monthly allowance, which I spent mainly on poker games and the like. So after a year
Links
of
back
college,
to the story we were
I
telling
quit,
Farnham
and
earlier
Pearl
on.
Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe.
Continuity, people, that's what it's all about. I was a ruthless soldier.
They told me killing was my moral duty, but I discovered it could be addictive. Not all victims were Nazis.
I did not see that coming.
But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
Where the fuck was he keeping that?
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They used me, like many of my
What's going on with his eyebrows?
peers tossed us aside.
What?
The first time Mitchell offered me to do this,
What the
I
fuck's
told
going
him
on
to
with
take
his
a hike.
eyebrows?
I wanted to get my
Whoa!
act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do.
Is that supposed to be happening?
I don't like that German rat
Well,
either.
I don't think this is
What I
supposed
like
to be
least of
happening.
all
This is a special
is
treat
myself.
for all of you guys at home.
I don't like what I did during
Whoa!
the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now.
It's like when people
know what
like
it's
at
like
home
to
turn
kill
up
a
the
friend
facial
for the sake of the
expressions like
mission?
for a laugh, but I haven't done that. This is just happening legit.
But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew.
Well, oh, I think I enjoyed that as much as you guys did. Thanks for the key, by the way.
Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
It's number 3. I think number 3 was up the end. Yep, that's number 1. Number 2, number 3. Thank you very much. Wonder what this is going to do. is some Batcave kind of shit. What the fuck's down there? Oh, there we go. I was worried we were going to lag out for a second then. Oh, glad to see Craig still on my tail. I just realised I said tail and I'm playing as a cat. That's great. Looks like we got another collector card. We've still got plenty more cards to find. Fair enough, I haven't been actively searching for them. I think if I had the mindset of actively looking, we would have found a lot more, clearly. But there must be some really good hiding places because it looks like there's a lot of cards. And now my screen's black and white. Before, when I was jumping in, did you see how, like, the card had a black and white outline, and now it's colour again? This game is a little bit buggy.
Go away!
Hey,
You
it's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl.
I don't want to scare you. It's okay.
I don't want to scare you, okay?
Beta, no hurt.
What's in the toy box? Sock Puppet Theatre. Oh, we're doing this. I hope you're all ready for a story from, your boy R. Godzilla. Everybody gather around. Gather around.
Once upon a time,
There was a beautiful princess.
once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess called...
Brunhilda.
Hi, my name is Brunhilde, and I'm very happy.
said Brunhilde. And then Brunhilde, who had a beautiful name,
Really beautiful.
a really beautiful name, ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
It was me, a magical cat.
A magical cat called John.
I'm a magical cat. My name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like magical cats. Hi, Brunhilde. I'm going to use my magical power to help you.
Fill some colour balloons.
Fill up a bunch of color balloons. I love balloons. What's your favorite balloon color? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite balloon color is
I'm going to roll the dice and say pink.
pink. Whoa, Brunhilde.
You crafted the perfect story for Brunhilde. There we go,
Exactly
guys.
what I was about to say.
Bird. Bird. John. Brunhilda. Freund. Do play. Ich look.
Okay.
Hi, Bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil. Gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bird? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that?
Is she asleep or did she just die? Because she doesn't look the healthiest, that's for damn sure. Act like a good dad. I'd like to think I'm a good dad. So let's make John Blacksad a good dad as well. I was just about to say make him a black dad. Gee, that wouldn't have fucking gone down well, would it? Is she dead? Because her eyes are wide open. That was creepy as hell. We can't grab the gas mask, so I'm assuming that's a reference for something we can use later on. Otherwise, it would have been pointless to bring it up. And we're back into the black and white again. And now we're back to... Okay, no, this is... Let's just see what's behind door number 1, shall we? Highly flammable, no smoking. I think that goes without saying. Ah, see, Spano.
Subject, Craig Spano. Treatment, day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. Unfortunately, due to the injury's nature, surgery is not advised. The goals of our medical approach are twofold: to relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. To that effect, he will receive daily administration of strong opioids along with treatment. Day 128. Treatment so far has been a success on all fronts. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. Furthermore, the patient's athletic performance is not only up to par with that displayed at the height of his career, but it has even exceeded all expectations, improving the subject's precision and focus.
So he was
So
using
far,
performance-enhancing drugs.
The only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling. Treatment. Day 341. The patient's health has visibly deteriorated. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly shorter, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe trembling and tachycardia. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
So he was on performance-enhancing drugs, which started to deteriorate his health, which is why he looks so shit.
A list of names, somehow related to chemical agents?
Ooh, Bobby Yale's even on there. Twice. We can make a new deduction. If it ever wants to load up, thank you. What can we put together here? Pill bottles. List of names. And that. Getting better at this. While I'm getting better at this, it's getting longer to get out of the goddamn deduction screen.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances.
Good way to build a bit of a bankroll. Oh, is that what he was doing at the hospital? Because Bobby Yale's name is on there? Maybe he came by the hospital and gave Bobby Yale some drugs, which is how he recovered so quickly. Things are now starting to make a lot more sense. Mitchell sells drugs. Sparrow's health took a toll after using drugs. I mean, I don't know what this has to do with Craig. I mean, obviously, if his health is deteriorated, he's not going to be strong enough to be doing anything that we think he's doing.
Isn't that it's illegal or unethical. It's that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
Is that everything? I think that's everything in this room. Let's get the hell out of here. At least now we're starting to make some deductions, and we've got motive. Because Dunn had a list of names, and maybe he had a list of names of the athletes that were doping, and he was going to turn them in.
Down here? You know you're not allowed.
You bastard! I kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
Well, you're drug testing that girl, for starters.
I know you're testing drugs on that girl.
Brunhilde? No, she's my daughter.
Fuck, I was wrong.
She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Angelman syndrome. There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reach the age of 5.
She seems much older than 5.
I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers. Yes, that Reich. We're talking late 30s, Berlin.
I didn't ask what Reich, but anyway.
I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country. But the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say. When the war was over, my experiments were discarded. I was forbidden all access to the drugs, and Brunhilde got worse.
Something weird's about to go down. My nose just got itchy again.
But then God sent me Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war, and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes, and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
Yale's name appears twice. I want to know
noticed
why.
Yale's name appears twice on your list of athletes. One mention was crossed out. Why?
I don't know. A couple of months ago, Mitchell told me to prepare pills suited to his profile. But a week ago, he told me to stop. And then 2 days ago, he asked me to make them again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a bit of a cliffhanger to end on, isn't it? Thank you for joining me as always. If you have been enjoying Blacksad, go ahead and do me a favour. Hit that like button down below, because it goes a long way. Not just a way, it goes a long way to supporting the channel, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all that support. If you're new to the channel, there's plenty of other content to check out. I urge you to do so, and if you enjoy what I'm throwing down, hit that subscribe button and pledge your allegiance to the God Zero Nation. Such a brilliant community of people. I love each and every one of you, and as I just mentioned earlier, I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you show myself. If you want to catch up on any episodes you might have missed along the way, or you are new to the channel and this is the first episode you're catching, there's a link in the description down below for the Blacksad playlist, as well as links to my social media accounts. So if you don't follow me on those yet, go ahead and do so. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.